Hello, dear viewers. Tarot Mom here with your daily reading. I always ask you to choose the stone that draws you, the one that really resonates. And we'll begin. And we'll do a golden nugget card, of course, at the end for further clarification. For those of you who chose the green aventurine, we have the King of Cups, we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Eight of Cups. So, 2 eights and a king. Well, this is really good, stable energy. In fact, there may be some turbulence, but you know what? You're moving everything forward in a way that makes sense, in a way that's good. You may be kind of busy today with that Eight of Wands, or it's just that there's a number of things you're paying attention to. You may be doing this quite serenely, actually, with that king, because of the maturity that you've developed. So you may be doing that quite calmly, and getting to a time in your day when you can kind of separate yourself out and get back in touch with who you are. The nourishment of the soul. A lot of times I think about that with this one. You know, this man is off on his own. He is walking under the moonlight by a river or a creek. So he is getting grounded again, right in his intuition. He is not lonely. He's just being. So it looks like this is in your day. This is part of your day as well as this. And you can do that. You can go back and forth like that because of the maturity and the intuition and the self-knowledge that you have developed with that king. You know what's going on with you. And you know when it's time to move things forward, and you know when it's time to separate from the cares of the world and attend to your emotions. Oh, excellent, excellent cards. Those are lovely. For those of you who chose this orange and black stone, red and black stone, we have the Seven of Swords, sevens. First we got eights, now we get sevens. The Ace of Swords and the Seven of Wands. Okay, and now these are minor arcana again, so probably not a huge deal. But you do have help with your thinking. I'm sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. You do have help with your thinking with that Ace of Swords. You've got perhaps an epiphany, perhaps help with planning, seeing things very clearly. Yes, perhaps even with hearing something from the other side, hearing a message. Clairaudience today. You know, sometimes we do not understand that that's what we're hearing. You know, I will hear a message. A lot of times I'm laying these cards and something comes out of my mouth that I do not remember thinking. And I know it is from the other side. But you know, back in the day, I would have these thoughts, these messages, these completed, usually one sentence kinds of thoughts, and didn't know that was from beyond, you know. Thought perhaps it was, but you know, wasn't entirely sure. So you may have these and not know it, because they come through your own thoughts. But they are important to pay attention to, because a lot of times they give you an answer, and a lot of times they come when you're doing something else. You're doing something else and something just strikes you. Or they come when, or Spirit uses something somebody else says, and you know it's for you. Or Spirit uses, a line that you hear on the television or in your music. And you just know, okay, that's for me. So you might have this moment of clarity coming with help from Source. And the Seven of Swords, that is about probably somebody else's hidden agenda. This is minor arcana stuff. This is day-to-day kinds of stuff For instance, there may be somebody you work with or somebody in your family, somebody in your group of people that you interact with who is maybe trying to take more than their fair share. Maybe they have a plan for today that you don't know about, but it's not exactly on the up and up. It's something they hope nobody figures out, So I think the Seven of Swords it's good to be aware of that, and you stand your ground. You stand your ground. If somebody comes at you with their wants, like, I want this, or this is my idea, this is my version of things, this is my drive, wands are all those kinds of things. This is my goal, this is my priority. You just hang tight to your own. You just hang tight to your own. So I think Source is just giving you these two cards to say, see, knows what's happening, knows what will happen, just wants you to be prepared. It's not even a big deal. It's like a type of situation if you picked up their wand instead and said, okay, I made your goal my goal, the world wouldn't end. You know what I mean? It would be okay. It's a minor arcana thing, but I think Source is just saying, hey, be aware of that. Stick to your plan. And there may be a wonderful epiphany, a wonderful moment of truth and clarity coming in too. Okay, for those of you who chose the yellow stone, I just had a little flash. Somebody saying in my ear, it's very frustrating when we give you all guidance because we want you to be well and we want to help answer the prayers in your heart. And then somebody else comes along and with some minor, this or that, some challenge to that, and you're off the plan, So I just heard that. Okay, so we don't go off the plan. But these are also minor arcana things. Page of Wands, Seven of Coins. Oh, Hanged Man, no. We do have a major arcana, and there he is. Okay, now the Hanged Man is sometimes it can feel a little frustrating because there's a delay. There's something that you are on your way to, or there's something you simply have to wait for. Maybe it's not even a matter of on your way to. Maybe there's a breakthrough, or there's a change that you've been wanting that isn't there yet. You're just not there yet. Now, that Hanged Man there, he can struggle. He could be miserable there. In fact, you can see that if he struggled against that tie, it would only get tighter, wouldn't it? So instead, he chooses to sort of go into a yoga pose and sees things from a different perspective. Says, well, meditates, takes the opportunity to become more enlightened. Because, we do get so concerned with, I need this change. I need that change. I need this thing to change to be happy. I need that thing to have peace and let go of my anxiety or fear or worry. We do get so involved in that we forget that that's not true, actually. Our joy and our peace and our self-love, love, that is inside of us. We have everything we need right now for that. So sometimes that Hanged Man is a reminder of that. And then we have the Page of Wands and the Seven of Coins. So in other words, today just do the next thing. Just do the next thing. You're not trying to figure everything out. You're not trying to move anything along. Do not get into the thought, oh, I just really need this to change. Don't get into going over and over something in your life that is distressing to you, trying to figure it out. And it might involve something with money. It might involve something with just feeling like you don't have enough security, enough physical security. And this can be, like I said, money, health, home, belongings, relationships that give you security. Or this person can simply be preoccupied with something with his efforts to increase his security that he doesn't like. Well, no preoccupation today. Today, we can go straight to source. We can go straight to God if you call it God. We can go straight to that larger oneness, that consciousness that's so powerful, and we can feel enlightened. I love that. Okay, for those of you who would like further clarification with the golden nugget, we have the Fool card. New beginning. That is major arcana energy. Sometimes the Fool is just beckoning to us. It's sort of that energy, that sense that you have a new beginning coming in some area of your life, that sense of adventure, that sense of, you know what, I'm willing to move forward even though I don't have all the answers. So that is good. That may be growing in you. Well, looks like a terrific day. I thank you all so much, and you take care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.